I have to romanticize my life like it's a movie, because if all this trauma is not just character development for my eventual happy ending, I am going to lose it. I am suffering, but it is for my Oscar.
So this is really just a little thought video for you because I've been thinking about it lately. Love literally is in everything. For a long time, I have always said and thought that choosing to love has mainly been a marriage thing. When you're married, it is choosing to love despite the flaws, despite hardships, that you choose to love each other. And it only works if both parties choose to love each other and keep growing and keep being better. Now, recently, there's been the song "Fall in Love Again and Again." That's the main thing that was on my YouTube content for a long time. It was just over and over again, and people were using it for like their relationships with God, for their book that they're writing. I used it for writing, and I kind of just sat there and I realized as I was watching all these videos that this whole thing of falling in love again and again and loving again and again goes for everything. It's the whole, like romanticizing life. That's really what it is. It is romanticizing everything. When you love someone, you choose to love them over and over again. Like, let's say your best friend. You and your best friend might have a squabble, might not agree with something, and choose to love each other and be there for each other. And that goes with marriages. And then it also goes with like your children and your passions. So like for me, I have to fall in love with my book over and over again, especially because I've learned that the best writing I have seen in a lot of my writing friends is when they love their book. They have fallen in love with it and they try to be better at it, and they just love their characters and they fall in love with it again, and they give me their best work in our writers group. Okay, they give me gorgeous literature, and it's really when they fall in love again. And it made me realize like love is like the most important thing of all, which is crazy because I feel like as a Christian I should have already knew that, and I think I kind of knew in the back of my head. Because what is worshiping Christ? We're going to get into a little bit of the Christianity aspect. Worshiping Christ is choosing to love him even though you feel like crap. Choosing to love him even though you feel like all the things in your world is crumbling down. You're just like, but my God will never forsaken me. Even though he will let bad things happen in my life, he will never forsaken me. He is here for me, and I am okay, and I love him. The least I can do is love my God and worship my God. And so this is like just a tidbit for everyone that has decided to click and listen to a random lady on the internet sitting on her floor as her baby is in her playpen playing. Love everything. Bring passion to everything and choose to love it. If you start, let's say you first started your job and you start to fall out of love with it, think about why are you falling out of love with it, and then find ways to fall in love with it again. For example, I actually hated math. I hated math for a long time as a child. When I was a little kid, I didn't do the homework. I knew what was happening, but I didn't do the homework. It pissed me off, so I didn't do it. In junior high, I made myself like it by telling myself, yeah, I like math. Yeah, I like math. I would say that to myself. I was lying to myself, but I was saying that I love math, and then I ended up loving it because I was choosing to love something I hate. And it kind of goes again with Christianity, where it's like love thy enemies. It's choosing to love who you hate. And I think choosing love out of anything really brings value to your life, because instead of dreading going to math class, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to math class. And yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but I started to like it too, because I started to be like, oh, I can try to understand it. It's like a puzzle piece, because I started to see it as like the positives of it instead of the negatives of it. And I think it goes with everything in life. Let's say your commute to work. Let's say I'm you. Ugh, I hate sitting in this car. Only 30 minutes to home. I just want to go home and play on my Xbox. Like this is taking forever. Instead, I get a little bit time to myself. It's a little bit of me time. Who cares about that person over there? I'm listening to my favorite music on the radio. No interruption. There's no other person in this car with me. I get to just be alone with my thoughts. If we're going to go the Christian route, get to praise the Lord, thank him, listen to some gospel music. If we're not Christian, even though I very much recommend it, listen to your favorite podcast. That could be a Christian podcast, I guess. But like, listen to your favorite podcast, jam out to your own favorite songs. Love your life. Romanticize it. Really romanticize and love everything. That one friend that is trying to be better, but you're holding on to this grudge from something they did like 2 weeks ago that they've already apologized and been showing that they're being different. Choose to love them again. Choose to love them. That one hobby that you love, you got kind of burnt out about it, you're feeling exhausted. Fall in love with it again. Think of the reasons why you love it. Let's say, like with writing, think of the reasons why you love your book. For me, I love my characters. I love my story. I love writing magic scenes. I love it. I love writing. I love putting my imagination onto a page and like seeing it all work out on the page. Fall in love with everything that you do, everyone that you're around. Fall in love and love deeply. Fall in love and love the Lord deeply. Fall in love with your husband again and again, because there's definitely rocky spots. I've been married for 4.5 years, been together with my husband for 7 years, and it is rocky sometimes and it is blissful sometimes. And it's choosing to love him again and again, even though we're in rocky times, because I truly do love him. And I think everyone should take my advice because it really makes life way better. Think of the things you're grateful for, because it will help you be more in love with everything. God is here for you, and just love the world. And I think that is going to help everyone be so much more happier. I'm not kidding. It's going to make your life more happier if you fall in love with it again and again. And I think that's why people have been really liking that trend, is because it is romanticizing life, and it's also falling in love with things that you've always been in love with again and again, and choosing love over annoyance, choosing love over hatred. And you might be thinking, my baby needs me. She is fine. I literally look over at her and she is teething. She is trying to help her teeth, and even though she's chewing on her toy, she's still complaining. So she's okay. But anyways, fall in love again and again. It really is beneficial. And even in the scriptures, it says to love thy neighbor as thyself, because it's honestly going to make your life way easier, take a lot of stress off your shoulders, especially if you give that hatred, give that annoyance to the Lord. He will always make it into love and make it peaceful. It feels like I'm saying it much simpler than it is, but it is kind of simple. Just choose love. And I promise you, it's going to benefit your life. Godspeed.